Meningitis is a life-threatening infection that particularly affects young children but can actually affect people at any age. And the symptoms vary early on in the piece. They're very non-specific, with fevers, unwell, irritability, but as it progresses becomes much more severe with headaches, vomiting, loss of consciousness, and children can be critically unwell in a matter of hours. It's critical that families are aware of the signs of meningitis so that they can seek medical help appropriately. But also it's important that they know their children, and so if they feel as though they're not improving, they need to seek medical advice again. In our studies we've found that often children are seen 2 or 3 times before a diagnosis of meningitis gets made. So it's important for them to be vigilant and to keep a close eye on the children if they're worried about them.
In 2000, a vaccine against strain C was introduced on the National Immunisation Program, and we have successfully eradicated that particular form of the infection. However, we still see quite a lot of strain B disease in Australia. That changed in 2016 to a new strain called strain W, which is now causing about 75% of cases in Western Australia. There has been a different version of the vaccine that's been developed. It's called the quadrivalent vaccine. It has the ability to protect you against up to 4 different versions of the organism, and MenW is one of those in that particular vaccine. So what we have been promoting over the past 2 years is we've started a campaign to convince the state and federal governments to introduce the quadrivalent vaccine onto the National Immunisation Program, to introduce that across Australia to protect young people and families from this dreadful infection. And we're very happy this year to hear that the West Australian Government has decided to go ahead with a vaccination program for the quadrivalent vaccine in the teenager age group, and that was followed by announcements in New South Wales and Victoria.
Meningitis is a severe disease with terrible consequences. We need people like the Meningitis Centre to advocate on behalf of families so that they're well informed, and governments will consider the best strategies for treatment and prevention of this terrible disease. People like Bruce Longalon, who have a personal experience of meningitis, have worked tirelessly to make sure that the public and politicians and medical practitioners are aware of this terrible disease and what we need to do about it.